Hi, welcome to the Listen Up Girl podcast. I'm Zach Randles-Friedman, your host, and this is the LGBTQ plus news roundup for today, where we cover the stories shaping our community, our culture, and yes, the politics that were trying to shape us. Today, we're talking about celebration and resistance from star-studded GLAAD media awards in Los Angeles to new attacks on transgender healthcare to Republicans once trying to overturn marriage equality. There's a lot happening, so let's get into it. First, glitz, glam, and GLAAD. We have some good news to start off with. Demi Lovato is set to hit the stage. Jonathan Bennett is hosting, and the 37th GLAAD Media Awards in Los Angeles is bringing some serious star power. We're talking Laverne Cox and so many others, an entire lineup of queer excellence and allies showing up in full force. The GLAAD Media Awards aren't just a red carpet moment. They're a reminder that representation in media shapes culture and culture shapes policy. These awards honor storytelling that gets LGBTQ lives right, that tells our stories with nuisance, with depth, and with humanity. In a year where anti-LGBTQ plus rhetoric is louder than ever in politics, moments like this matter. Visibility matters, and celebrating queer creators matters. Next, we talk about the orange convicted felon targets trans youth. So we're going to a darker shift. During his national televised address this week, the orange convicted felon called for an immediate federal ban on gender-affirming medical care for transgender youth. He made it a central federal priority. This would directly impact trans youth, their families, and healthcare providers nationwide. Gender-affirming care, supported by every major medical association in the United States, is considered medically necessary and in many cases life-saving. But the speech didn't stop there. During the State of the Union, he used a teenager as a prop to push anti-trans messaging. He urged Congress to pass legislation that critics say could restrict millions of transgender Americans from voting. He praised the leader in an openly anti-gay LGBTQ organization. And by repeatedly blaming Democrats for the nation's issues, Republicans have held full control of all three branches of government since 2025. The message, he said, was clear. Transgender Americans are being positioned as a political target. I still have no idea why he wants to focus so much on less than 1% of the population. And there's so many other things he should be focusing on. But I guess there's nothing smart going on there. Next, cyberstalker is sentenced. In North Carolina, justice was served. A 40-year-old man, David Ryan Winters, who terrorized gay men in Raleigh area for nearly a decade with death threats and harassment, has been sentenced to 3 years in federal prison. According to the U.S. Attorney's Office for Eastern District of North Carolina, Winters was enraged at the gay community over perceived slights and began cyberstalking men as early as 2016. Including one elected official. This case is a reminder that online threats are not just words. Federal authorities treated this seriously and accountability followed. In Idaho, Republicans go after marriage equality again. In Idaho, Republican lawmakers are once again attempting to overturn marriage equality. State Representative Tony Wisniewski introduced a joint memorial requesting that U.S. Supreme Court overturn Obergefell versus Hodges, the 2015 decision that legalized same-sex marriage nationwide. This isn't the first time. They tried last year. It went nowhere. A joint memorial is largely symbolic. It's a formal communication asking another branch of government to take action. But symbolic efforts still send a message, and that message is that some lawmakers are still actively working to undo marriage equality. Next, we go to Bot Army Boost MAGA rapper. In a bizarre twist in digital disinformation, Politico reports that nearly 18,784 fake or bot accounts amplified social media posts from MAGA-aligned rapper Nicki Minaj on X. And analysts by the disinformation detection firm Cyberstalking found that the supportive comments were repetitive, low in complexity, and highly reliant on praise hashtags, not organic engagement. It's another reminder that social media influence isn't always real. Sometimes a lot of applause is manufactured. Some more good news, Heated Rivalry returns. Something that fans have been waiting for. Jacob Tierney, showrunner of Heated Rivalry, confirmed that season 2 filming begins in August with a projected April 2027 release. Appearing on CBS Mornings alongside with executive producer Brendan Brady, Tierney promised fans more of a beloved MLM hockey drama as soon as humanly possible. He also praised streamer Cray for trusting the material and respecting the audience. Fans, as Brady joked, should enjoy the yearn, and honestly, we will. Next, Malaysia blocks Grindr and Blued. Internationally, Malaysia has blocked the website versions of Grindr and Blued. The Malaysian Communications and Multimedia Commission says it's exploring further legislation measures to curb app versions as well. Officials cited concerns over immoral content, fraud, and public safety, language often used to justify restrictions on LGBTQ+ platforms in conservative nations. For LGBTQ+ Malaysians, this represents yet another tightening of digital space and community access. Another good story is Brandi Carlile raises $600,000 for immigrants. Brandi Carlile performed at the Target Center in Minneapolis to a crowd of 12,000, raising over $600,000 for the Advocates for Human Rights. The funds will help immigrants and detained individuals access free legal representation. During the concert, Carlile performed It's Okay to Change Your Mind and directly addressed supporters of the orange convicted felon, singing, "Show us your courage. Leave this behind. You can join us here anytime." That's allyship, and that's art meaning action. And we have a few more stories. Rachel Reid delays books. Author Rachel Reid announced that her upcoming novel, Unrivaled, will be delayed due to her worsening Parkinson symptoms. She told fans the book will be worth the wait and that quality matters more than speed. We wish her strength and continued support. Next, we go to the NHS pauses puberty blocker access. In the UK, trans youth are currently unable to obtain new prescriptions for puberty blockers through NHS. The Pathways trials was paused after regulators raised concerns about methodology. According to the Department of Health and Social Care, puberty blockers are now completely inaccessible for new patients. For many families, this creates immediate uncertainty and fear. So that's today's news, and it has 2 reminders of 2 truths. Queer joy is powerful, and queer rights are still being fought for every single day. From red carpets to courtrooms, from concert stages to legislative chambers, the story of our community is resilience. If you value this coverage, share the episode, leave a review, and keep paying attention. I'm Zach Randles-Friedman, and this is your LGBTQ News Roundup for Thursday, February 26th. Thanks so much for listening.